I'm going to start by talking a little bit about the route today. I started in Phou Khoun, and the planned route was to go all the way to Luang Prabang, which was an 80-mile ride. It was supposed to be 8,400 feet of climbing through the day, so that's quite a bit of climbing, and all of that was in the first 55 miles. So I got up early and left about 5:30 in the morning in the dark. Started with about a mile climb and then a downhill in the dark. And the reason why I was worried about this route, well, I was worried about it from the day I planned it because I planned it to be an intense final day of the overall ride. And so I planned an extra long ride. It was a lot of climbing, a lot of mountains. And the reason why I did that was because I did not think that there was going to be any place to stop between Phou Khoun and Luang Prabang, so I sort of had to do that. I later realized there may be a guest house that I could stay in about halfway through the ride. I was wondering if I might do that if my legs just couldn't deal with the ride. And also, I was quite a bit worried about the road conditions. I had heard from this guy from Nepal who'd been riding around Southeast Asia for 4 months that the road was impassable, couldn't do it. He tried and he gave up, and he just wasn't going to do it. So when a guy from Nepal tells you the road's impassable, you believe him. I was just going to not even try and just get a bus and try going from there. Ended up asking a few local people in Phou Khoun, and they said, "No, the road's fine. You could make it." And you can see here the road. It was pretty much the same as the other roads I've been on. Lots of beat up areas from the big trucks going down. They just tear up the road, especially in the wet season. In the dry season, it's just a dusty mess. But for the most part, it was fine. So I started out early. I wanted to give myself extra time. I had kind of three plans set up just in case. Plan A was to ride to Luang Prabang, get my legs going and make it. Plan B was to try to get halfway if I couldn't, if my legs weren't working, get halfway and go from there, try to find some place to stay and make it a 2-day ride. And plan C was to just, if the road was really bad, just to give up and grab a bus and be done. So that was what I was thinking as I started off early this morning. Once I got going on the road, you can see the roads were beat up but in places, but fine for the most part. So I was up and down hills all morning and ended up making it to the last and final climb of the day where I would have to kind of decide, am I going to push on or not? And basically said, let's do this. We're going to make it. And so I pushed on and went up this last 10-mile climb. It had about 5 to 7% gradient the whole way. It was a difficult climb. Right in the middle of the day, I got to it at 11:30 in the morning and was climbing for an hour and a half right in the hot sun. The sun was just brutal. Yesterday when I got into Phou Khoun, the temperature was 96 degrees Fahrenheit. Today when I was riding, it was about 98 degrees, so really hot, just draining. I was able to climb, and so just want to show you some of the scenes along the way. I took some time to film going through one of the Khmu villages on the climb, on the big climb, and it's kind of interesting to see how the villages are put together here alongside the road. They have to deal with a lot of dust. These trucks just come barreling through their village every day and just dust everything along the way. During the last climb, I tried once again to join a herd of goats, and all the kids said, "Hey, Dad, you're not the goat." Well, there's my dad joke for you. Anyway, so climbing, and got kicked out of this herd of goats and just kept going all the way up to the top of the hill, and wanted to give a shout out to the real goat, Wellington. Wellington made it 900 something miles, 60,000 something feet of climbing through torn up roads, all sorts of different terrain, and not one mechanical issue the entire time. Absolutely amazing. And finally got down the hill into Luang Prabang, and what do I see on the at the side of the river is this this elephant here, just chowing down on all of this grass. It's actually, I think, the first time I've ever seen an elephant in Laos, strangely enough. But I did make it to Luang Prabang, and I am done with the ride. I didn't think I would make it, but I did. Thanks for watching and going along with me. I appreciate it.